Hello all, in this video we are going to see the use of SQL and stored procedure transformation in Informatica. Let's assume that you have a requirement to dump in 10 plus tables from Oracle to Teradata database. So the first simplest option which you will use is you can create one-to-one pipelines to pull in the data from Oracle and insert that into Oracle and insert that into Teradata. However, if you have a requirement instead of 10 tables, let's say you have a requirement of dumping 100 tables, then in that case this option won't be feasible, because in that case you have to create 100 different pipelines. So the another option is like you create a table in Teradata itself. Let's say SQL query is our table. So this table holds table names and corresponding SQL query. So table names and the SQL query for which we have to pull in the data from Oracle and dump into the target database. So so basically the structure of our mapping will be the SQL query will act as our source, and it will one by one or row by row basis it will feed the data to SQL transformation. SQL transformation basically point to Oracle database. So it will read SQL query coming one by it will read the SQL query one by one coming from the source query table, and it will actually hit that query into Oracle database. It will fetch the result and it will store those result set into interim table. Now the question is why we are specifically storing tables or storing the record set coming from SQL transformation into an interim table and not into a final target table. The reason is we cannot give more than one target tables over here, and since every target table structure is different, like in this case employees and department structure is different, we cannot specify a specific table name, specific target table name here. So we'll first dump the data into interim table. The structure of interim table is like this. So table, hold on a sec, let me check the interim table. INTRM. So the structure of interim table is like this. It has table name as a column, and there are 15 columns which are having data type as varchar 4000. So basically this table can hold records or hold records from a particular table which has maximum 15 columns, and since we have specified the data type as each column's data type as varchar 4000, it can hold any data type like character, integer, decimal or date, so any data type. Once data is available in the interim table, we can write simple insert and delete statement to pull the data from this interim table and load it into actual required target tables. So let's create the mapping now. So as I explained here, our source will be the SQL query and target is the interim table, and in between we will call the SQL transformation. SQL query is our source, underscore data dump, interim table is our target, and let's call the SQL transformation. Since we are passing the query, it is a query mode, and it's not the static query, it's totally a dynamic query. Okay, I need to pull the ports first. Let's assign the query. Okay, and we are going to, since we have provided or we have specified 15 columns in our target table, same number of ports we are going to create in our SQL transformation, basically output ports. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, let's change the data type from 10 to 4000. 4. So if any particular source table is holding more than 4000 character data, then in that specific case you need to change this data type accordingly at SQL transformation as well as at target table. Done. We have to connect the ports from SQL transformation till target table name. Okay, so mapping is in valid state. Let's create the workflow. Change the connection from Oracle to Teradata, since our both source and target tables are residing in Teradata database. So only the SQL transformation will connect to Oracle. Data dump. Change the SQL transformations connection. And also specify owner name, financial. Similarly for target, we'll delete the target table. Let's check if you have anything at source and target table or not. So our ultimate target table is employees, and select star from employees. I will delete everything. Employees, and I will delete from departments as well, and I will delete from our interim table as well. So we don't have anything in interim table right now. Let's run the workflow. So source qualifier query should return 2 records. Once it hits the database, whatever records which are coming from the Oracle will get inserted into target table. So 2 records as expected got returned from source qualifier query, and 134 records totally got inserted into target table. That's the interim table. Let's check in the interim table now. So you have record set for departments and as well as employees table. Okay. Now once we have data available in the interim table, our next job is to insert that data or pull that data from interim table to actual target table. That means we have to insert data in employees and departments table. Now we can write simple select statement to pull the data from interim table and insert it into actual target. But instead of doing that, what we'll do is we'll keep those insert statements into a stored procedure, and we'll call that stored procedure instead of inserting or keeping these individual select statements in at Informatica level. We'll call directly the stored procedure. So let's create the stored procedure. Done. So we have created the stored procedure. Now we'll call this stored procedure at end of this target table run. And what it actually does is it will delete the existing records from our actual targets, that is employees and departments, and it will pull the data from interim table based on our table name condition and insert into respective tables. So here we are using delete insert strategy. If you want to go for update insert strategy, then instead of insert you remove this delete statement, and instead of insert statement you can write merge statement. Now let's call this stored procedure. First we have to import this stored procedure. Since we have to call this at post target load, target post load, and at call test just specify the stored procedure name. Since it's existing financial database, I'm just qualifying that with database name. Now let's run the workflow again. Oh, we haven't provided the connection name for stored procedure transformation. Run the workflow again. Okay, workflow got succeeded. Let's check whether our stored procedure transformation got executed or not. As you can see, completed executing stored procedure this. So let's check the data in our actual target tables. Select staff from employees. Okay, we have 107 records in employees table. Check in departments. Okay, so basically we have, using a simple mapping, we have pulled the records from Oracle database to a Teradata database. Thanks for watching this video.